Hello and welcome back to Sandy's Creative Connection. I'm Sandy, and with today's card, it was a quick but I think very elegant card. What you'll need to make this card is you'll need Costal Cabana. Your card base is 11 by 4 1/4. You're going to need a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 for the first layer. The thank you goes on. Then you're going to need a piece of scrap big enough to put my framelit on, and I'll tell you about my framelits in a minute. And then we'll need another scrap to put another framelit on. So my framelits, this little guy comes out of the stained glass Thinlits. I've been using them pretty much all week and showing you different videos on the bundle, the Peaceful Graceful Glass bundle out of the catalog. And this is one of the framelits. So I took one from there, and then I like a bigger frame around my pieces that I put on my card front, and I put 2 of these largest squares together. I pulled the largest one out of layering squares and then the next largest one, but the one that didn't have the scallop. And then I've just taped them together, and I'm going to run them through, and what that's going to give me is a bigger border. And then this centerpiece, I'll show you how I managed to get this look. So okay, so I've run this through the Big Shot, and this is what I ended up with: a frame and a smaller piece. And with the smaller piece, I am going to take my embossing folder, dynamic embossing folder, layered leaves, and I am going to take some Pool Party. I'm going to figure out which side is the, how would I say this, not the part that jumps up or makes the impression, the flat side. Usually it's the side with the Sizzix name on it. So I'm going to take my ink pad, and I'm just going to ink up my embossing folder on the flat side. I'm going to put my piece of cardstock in there, and I will be back. I'll show you what it looks like. Here's the piece after I inked up the embossing folder, and I have run it through the Big Shot. Left some white space, and of course the ink got in the negative space. So the next step is to go ahead and get this on my cardstock first layer. I'm going to use some glue so that I can wiggle it. Till it looks pretty even all the way around. There we go. And so now with this piece, I want to, let's see what it looks like. And what I want to do is I'm going to go cut out the Costal Cabana piece that's right here. I'm going to use this framelit, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've cut this piece out, and this is the parts I get. I'll throw that in the scrap bin and maybe use it on another card. But I'm going to throw this in and use my brush to try to get these little pieces out. This is a pretty delicate framelit. Look how delicate. Pretty. Okay, so clean up my work spot. There we go. All right, so this frame I'm thinking is going to go right here on this. And then I think I might pop this up just to give it a little different look. So I'm going to grab my silicone pad, and I'm going to use some snail. And I know you think you're going to see the snail through there, but I'm going to go back through with a adhesive remover Sometimes you can blot it off with your fingers. Adhesive remover and remove it. Okay, so I got that down. Now, I want to take some dimensional strips. I'm going to pop this up. I think I'm going to like it. Now I want to get the thank you on there first, just because it can be kind of difficult to stamp it with that frame popping out like that. So Bermuda Bay is the color I'm going to use, and I want the thank you from Petal Palette, and there we go. Yep. Looks good. And this is my card base. Let's glue that down. I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to just kind of lightly put it down till I'm pretty sure it's even. And I'll press on it. All right, so there's that card. This is where the square is actually the same level as the insert. And then the decorative frame over the top. Oh, I've got to put my rhinestones on there. There you go. There's two different ways. Same design, just two different ways to finish her off. Alrighty. Thanks for joining me. Hope you have a wonderful day.